Hey folks, Randy from Pete's RV here on Pete's RV TV today. We're in the showroom at our Burlington, Vermont location, and we're going to do a little segment on how to size a generator for your new RV. A lot of people are using RVs nowadays, and I don't want to say unconventional, but they're using them in different spots. So we're not going to the campground where we can plug in all the time. We're going to racetracks, or we're going to state parks, or in our friend's backyard. We're using them in a lot more different places than the conventional campground. So sometimes a generator is going to be the thing that you need to make sure that you can have a great experience with your RV this weekend. So biggest question I get here at the dealership on generators is, what size generator do I need for my camper? All depends on what you're going to be running in your camper. Every camper is a little bit different size and has some different things that draw some different power, so different generators can be used for different campers. One of the quickest ways to kind of dial it in is if we want to come over to the board over here. I've written out what's called Watt's law. Generators are usually sized in watts. So to figure out what size generator we need for our camper or for the power we're going to be using in our camper, we want to just go to this little formula here. P, which represents watts, equals amps times volts. And I've done it down here. So 20 amps times 120 volts is going to equal about 2,400 watts. So if we're using our camper and we want to be able to run the air conditioner in the camper, plus a couple other devices that we have inside, we're going to have to take that into consideration. So typical air conditioner, we want to factor on at about 15 to 20 amp running load. So we're going to need obviously larger than a 2,400 watt generator to accommodate running our air conditioner. Now, not everybody wants to run their air conditioner. They just want to have some outlets available to them to plug in their cell phone, maybe charge the battery up a little bit while they're using their camper at a state park for the weekend. So that's going to determine on what size generator you need. So I've got a couple of them here with me today. We just brought some stuff out to kind of show you the different varieties. And again, they're measured in watts. So this guy here is a 2,000 watt generator, so that's going to supply us with just under 20 amps. So this guy here would be great to plug your camper in, have some of the household outlets to be able to be used for smaller devices like charging our cell phone, TVs, things like that, but not something that you're going to want to run the air conditioner on or the microwave, or have the electric hot water heater on the refrigerator. Most campers are also going to have devices in them where we can have our hot water heater running on gas. We can have our refrigerator running on gas. With a small generator like this will put a small charge back on our battery, plus allow us to watch TV or run a couple small devices inside. So if you're thinking that you want to just keep it kind of to the minimum, this little guy here is going to do a great job for you. Now, if you're going to the racetrack and you were there last year and it was a real hot day, I know when we go to the local racetrack around here, it's usually in July. It's a really hot weekend, something we're going to want to be able to run our air conditioner while they allow us to run the generators. So we might want to go over to something like this guy here. This one here is a 3,600 watt generator. So if we go back to our Watt's law on the board there, we know our air conditioner is going to pull about 2,400 watts on running load. A little bit less than that, but we can use that to stay on the high side of things and make sure we judge our generator properly. So with this guy here, 13.5 air conditioner, 13.5 BTU air conditioner. This will run the air conditioner plus the converter in the trailer and a couple other devices. So great size generator for that. Now, when I talked a little bit about the refrigerator and the hot water heater, I'll go back to our board over here. Immediately when you plug your camper in, our converter is going to start making 12 volt power for us. That's about a 5 amp draw on that generator already. So we've got to take 5 amps right off the table. When we get into running our fridge on the electric element, the refrigerator element's about 540 watts on a standard size 6 or 7 cubic foot refrigerator. So probably a good idea if you're running a smaller generator like this to turn the fridge so it's running on gas, so now we're not using that heating element in there and pulling a lot of watts from our generator. Same with a hot water heater. If you've got a hot water heater that runs on gas and electric with the electric element on, we're pulling about 1,340 watts on that. So you can see by going back to our Watt's law, that's a pretty big draw on a small guy like this. So when we're using a smaller generator, we want to use our gas appliances. That'll cut down our amp load, allow that converter to kick in, give us some outlets inside. So as we talked about a little earlier in the video, lots of different generators, lots of different sizes. I hope my little graph here with my Watt's law will help you judge the size of the generator that you need for your camping weekend, for your camper, and what you're going to be doing with it. As you can see here, just to this is just stuff that we had in stock here in the showroom available that we can show people. Many different grades from the 2,000 watt, larger, and then up to the 3,600 watt. There's going to be different options on generators. There's going to be different plug configurations. Some will have electric start, some will have a pull start, or both. So many different varieties out there. And when buying a generator, you definitely do get what you pay for. I've seen some online recently that customers have brought to my attention that were in the $200 and $300 range. Personally, those are probably the ones that I would stay away from. They're probably not going to last you as long as you'd like to have the generator last you. The stuff we carry here is a very good quality and is going to work very well for you, and it's not going to fail on those hot days when you need them most. Another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is if you are using your generator in conjunction with your converter to keep your batteries up as you're at a racetrack or at a state park or something like that, you may want to bring a bench charger with you to put a course rate charge back on the battery on your camper, really bring that camper battery back to life. By running a generator for a couple hours through the converter, you're going to put a small surface charge on your battery. So if you've got a bench charger available to you at home, bring that along if you are in one of these situations that we've been talking about today, that you're going to be using one of your generators there, and that'll put a good charge back on your battery. So I hope we were able to give you a little insight on the use and the sizing of generators and some of the different devices and campers that we normally see, and the best way to size your generator for your RV for your great camping weekend. If you do have any more questions, or if there's something we didn't touch on in this video, feel free to give us a holler, 1-888-PETES-RV, or you can always visit us online at www.petesrv.com. Again, thanks for thinking Pete's RV, and happy camping.